Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Kojimo here, back with another video. Today I want to teach you how to completely dominate your opponents mentally and make sure that you have the upper hand when it comes to the psychological battle of this game. It is so important to be able to win this, and if you can play the psychological battle and make sure that you are utilizing some of the tips that I'm going to give you in this game, you are going to completely dominate your face-it pugs, your premier matches, and really frustrate your opponents and make it so that you are having a good time while they are struggling. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video, guys. So what I want you to be able to do in this game is identify the weaknesses of your opponents. This is by far the most valuable thing you can do. On T side, say, where do I think that the opponents are weak? Maybe their lowest elo player, maybe someone who is really struggling in the game is going like 0-5, 0-6. Of course, where are they playing so that we can maybe prod towards their site and make it so that we can really get that kill on them. We can get that early space, and we know that they're probably not going to be playing as confident since they haven't gotten a chance to get into the game. Same thing on CT side, guys. Do we notice if a player is struggling? Do we notice if a player is not defaulting a certain side of the map very properly? I'm going to go ahead and talk about both of these. Let's go ahead and talk about T side first. When we notice a site player is just struggling, is folding a lot, is not playing aggressive, is just giving up kills left and right, what we should be doing is working their side of the map early. This is going to really pressure them and make them feel even more uncomfortable, and in turn it's going to force their team to have to pick up the slack and give up some of their positions to help this person struggling. B-side Mirage is a perfect example. If someone here is just not playing how they should be, giving their life up way too easy, not really delaying, or a common thing that CTs will do is maybe they're dumping all of their util 5 seconds into the round. As soon as they get here, they're just smoking molly, flash, nade. I've seen this time and time again when coaching players in the lower ranks. B players will do this. Well, it's like, hey guys, this B player is struggling. He's dumping all of his util. Let's get ready to walk out on him as 2 or 3 and just pop out and explode, because he has nothing to stop us with. He has nothing to defend us after his initial util. Boom, we pop out on him, we kill him a few times, and his teammates start to get very frustrated, guys. You have to remember that this is such a mental game, and it's not just the fact that we're getting rounds on the board, but we're also frustrating our enemies and making it so that they have conflict on their team. The sad reality is that if we are winning, we are causing conflict on the other team. If we're losing, we're a lot of times taking in that conflict. Our teammates start getting mad, they start getting toxic, start blaming people, and of course we want that to be happening to the other team. We don't want that to be happening to us. So when you notice a CT is struggling, really put the pressure on, go to their site, attack them a few times, because what's going to happen is the other side of the map is going to expand for us, and we're going to have a lot more space to make plays because the other team is going to feel the need to compensate and make up for that. I'm going to teach you exactly what I mean by that, but first I have to give you a message from the sponsor of today's video.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, KOJO. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
All right, guys, so once you've hit the weak site a few times, one thing that you can really do is you can start to exploit the other parts of the map. So in this case, we could then throw in a nice little B fake, right? We could contact up B with 2 guys over here, or even 3 guys, and then have lurkers in middle, have lurkers on A that get ready to attack aggressively off the space that's going to be there. Because trust me, when the A player has to constantly keep rotating B over and over and over again because the B player keeps losing, or maybe mid's the problem and we keep losing mid, whatever it is, of course there's naturally going to be a gap that forms on the A side of the map, or they're going to start to feel desperate and start to push through early. And if we are in position in an aggressive lurk, we'll be there to just clean it up and have the easiest kills of our life because they are getting very careless. And again, this goes into the mental side of the game where they get very tilted, very frustrated. Something I'm always looking to do is abuse that weak player and then eventually start throwing in fakes to their side so that we can really play that mental game. And once again, this just frustrates them even more because then they know that they shouldn't have been doing the plays that they're making, but they think like, dude, like, what am I supposed to do though? Because I can't trust this guy to hold his site, so I have to give up the space. And then it's honestly a really easy T side from that point. So IGLs out there, that's something you can always be looking for, to abuse and to exploit those over rotations and the need to help the lower lower elo players on their team and the people that are just performing bad. And that's why you honestly see a lot of star players play in spots like middle. On Mirage, it's window, cat, and con, because it gives them those easier rotations. So yeah, abuse those players that are weak. Maybe their con players sucking, so constantly abuse con and it'll be so good for you. Now also, one thing I'll do both on T and CT side is like I will make it so that if their bad player is alive, so maybe we threw a B fake and then ended up going A, I'm making it so that I'm not pushing them super aggressively in these moments, so that when it gets down to like a 3v1 for us, the other team has to sit there and watch their bad player try to clutch the round. They're not instantly running in and we're not pushing them and killing them early so that the round's just over. No, I want to make the other team watch this player try to clutch some impossible situation as long as possible, because seeing him try to do that and struggling is again just going to build this fear and lack of confidence for the entire team. And even, you know, for us, in the best case, it can again provide maybe some toxicity, unfortunately, for the situation, toxicity, breed, that kind of environment for the other team. And like I said, guys, I don't want you to be toxic. I don't want you to be mean to the other team, but the more frustrating experience we can make it for them, the better player you are going to be. Your goal should be to be the most frustrating player possible. I'm not saying there to sit there and type to your opponents and make them mad and do all the stuff, but in game, you should be making them mad. You should be making really frustrating plays, and at the expense of them. You know, if we want to rank up and get better, we can't just make the game easy for our opponents. Let's go ahead and talk about CT side, some things that you can do. I want to expand off into that point of staying alive. When you get into like a 4v1 or a 3v1, when you are facing off against a player that is like 0-6, or maybe they're like 2-9 or something, guys, don't run at the last player and again shorten the lifespan of the round. Instead, sit there and make them watch every single second of that player that's going 2-9 try to walk around the map. And you know, they're struggling, so their crosshair placement's probably really bad that game. They're probably really nervous because they haven't gotten into the game. They've got 4 angry teammates watching them play. Sit there and make them watch that. I hate when I see my teammates running at the last guy in these situations when the dude's struggling, and just giving him confidence kills. He's struggling so bad, but then a guy's just running at him, so he could just sit here and delete him. Oh, and then the next guy runs in, he gets to sit here and delete him. And I'm like, dude, you guys not understand this mental side of it, right? And it frustrates me then. And then I sit there in a 2v1 wondering why it's a 2v1 against the worst player. And you know, say there's a world where he ends up winning that 1v4 because we threw the first 2 kills. Now that guy is back in the game. He's locked in. His teammates are so hyped because they're like, dude, this guy actually just clutched. What is going on, right? So for so many reasons, not to mention the economic side of things, which is without saying, we're just losing our economy. We're giving him kills. It's so bad for the mental. It is honestly so bad. But like, let's talk about our position on CT side. Say you're the B player and you are having a good game. Like, you know, you're locking it down. You know your position. You've shut down the B push like 2 to 3 times. Guys, one mental thing you can do is if you've shut down 2 or 3 B rushes, why not sit here, you know, and go into your default, boom, boom, nobody's pushing you. Why not sit here and get a little aggressive, run into apps, right? We're still jiggling, doing our thing, and get this space. When I watch demos back with my students over on my second channel, when I'm coaching them, I teach them this because we can see it really obvious with X-Ray in the demo, right? It's like we shut down their push on A or B, whatever place we're playing. The next time, like, they're probably not going to want to go there because of the mental side of the game. Guys, we keep getting shut down B. Let's go ahead and work the other side of the map. So usually in worst case, there's only like one guy on that side of the map after you shut down those pushes. Abuse that and use your confidence to take 50-50 fights when it makes sense. Or, you know, grab your buddy, grab your teammate, like your cat player or something, give up mid and just get this early flank going on with a 2-man push or something. But take advantage of that mental side of the game. Take advantage of that mental domination, that psychological aspect of everything, because then again, we can close down the map and make it so much easier for us in the long run. So guys, I hope you learned something new today. I hope you learned how to play this mental side of the game, and it opened up your eyes as to this whole new world that you can dive into and really start to use to your advantage. Stop giving your opponents confidence kills. Stop giving your opponents the ability back into the game, and start making it a frustrating experience for them. This game is honestly can be so tilting at times. So don't be that teammate that just throws all that away and makes your own team mad. Be the teammate that goes and does something brilliant and makes the other team super frustrated. Appreciate all of you guys. Let's go ahead and keep working hard in 2025 and making this year the best one yet for Counter-Strike and for life. I'll catch you guys all later. Go ahead and check out my secondary channel for daily uploads. In the meantime, see you later. Peace out. Peace out.